Councilmember Fruin?
Yes, I'll just hasten to, Attorney Lee already, referred to the provision of the Housing Accountability Act that I wanted to raise again, but I will hasten to add once more that the advice from our own city attorney, from our own planning staff, and from the fire department is that it does meet the standard. This is not just a matter of, oh, one person's opinion is this and another person's opinion is that. There are professional opinions who, for people who have gone through an awful lot of training in order to be able to do this work. And I don't think that a non-attorney opinion on a legal matter for someone with no legal training at all is better than that of multiple attorneys.
Pardon? Madam City Clerk, I believe we've finished our comments. Will you please
Call the question.
What is the motion?
Would you like to restate the?
I was going to ask Vice Mayor to restate her friendly amendment.
Could you show maybe your note for the motion?
So I took from the transcript your friendly amendment. Again, this is
Can you
word
share
for
the
word.
screen? Maybe that would be easier.
Okay. This is my makeshift draft minutes. So the Chow moved and Wong seconded to find the project is not exempt from CEQA per AB 130. Friendly amendment. Chow made a friendly amendment to add potential fire hazard mitigation measures to adopt for under item 1, section 4291 or section 511A2, and the item 2, section 4290 for the setback. And you understand, these are your words, Vice Mayor, we already have building code for that address item 3, but I don't think we have 1 or 2, so the rep staff to do that, and also to consider a project with smaller units so that we have starter homes to meet the housing element goals. Wong accepted the friendly amendment, so that was your words.
Let me write it more clearly.
Thank you.
I would like to add, that was a friendly amendment to a motion that also included findings on health and safety risk associated with having no evacuation plan.
Could you restate that?
Yeah, maybe if let me just,
For cleaning this up, yeah.
I'd like to read the appropriate language into the record. If I can find it quickly.
And pardon, just to clarify, the finding that the lack of an evacuation plan, you mean at a project level?
Site level, we'll use their words.
Yes, exactly. And so it would basically be that there's no feasible, specific adverse impact on the health or safety of the community due to the lack of a specific evacuation plan unless the project is disapproved.
Assessing that.
Pardon, but this is a single issue, so it seems that would allow it to. If this were true, it would allow it to use SB 131 for a focused EIR or MND review, focused CEQA review.
Well, that's a good question. I might look to Attorney Lee to address that. But the statute does require that you make the specific findings of adverse impact on health and safety.
Okay, so we're saying that there's a lack of an evacuation plan, but there is no specific finding with regards to that to be made because we don't have any objective standards to, even if we had that study, there's no objective standards that we have in place for it. which, yeah, so I've
So
I've
that
wondered
makes
about
that a little bit of a flawed reason to disallow the project. Other things that I've heard are we believe that the fire mitigation is not robust enough, and that's why we have a unavoidable risk of health and safety. Or, I mean, you have to identify
Right.
what's lacking and equate that to this unavoidable risk to health and safety to potentially survive what's required by the Housing Accountability Act.
Right. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I just, oh, you still,
Okay.
I was just going to make one final appeal to everybody here. I mean, we have a law that clearly states something. We have professional opinion that says this might happen. We have residents that are at risk. I mean, that's not an easy discussion or decision for anybody here to make, just to summarize where we are. If we say we deny the exemption to CEQA, at least we get the environmental protections on the back end, we hope, so that, you know, if there's something wrong with LUS or something wrong with the site, there's hazardous materials that's covered. Plus the second piece is, you know, we at least have to get the mitigation routes in place. So those are two things that are important to me, but I'm not sure if you guys are on agreement.
Pardon, Bill, Chapter 17 of the municipal code covers the any environmental issues, and we saw this with the United Furniture site, which still has over something like 3,000 micrograms per kilogram of
PC.
of PCE still there, still doing cleanup, and even with Valco's got a VIM system going in for their first block, number 5. So they have to put a pipe network in to clean it up. Also bypass CEQA. It's just continuing on that way.
I have another idea. You could make the motion simpler with the idea that if it passes, then the council will then make findings that support the passage. In other words, you could just keep the motion as simple as find project not exempt from CEQA per AB 130. That would be the first question that the council could vote on. And then if the council votes in favor of that, then the next question would be, council, what are the findings that we're now voting on that support that?